Hello everyone, welcome back to the Co-Driver Chronicles series. Today I am going to drive to a small town called Erding. I am somewhere in the south of Landshut and the drive there is about half an hour, and the conditions today are a little bit different compared to the previous video. It is a little bit more snow today and it's a bit windy, so it might be a little bit noisy, but you can still enjoy the scenery. So let's get going. Yeah, like I was saying, it might be a little bit more noisy because the road surface is a little bit wet now and there is a lot of snow, slush, and also they put salt onto the road. So yeah, but I have this microphone, DJI mini mic, so it should block a lot of this noise. Anyway, so it snowed a little bit yesterday evening and also today morning. Some of it melted away because it was sunny for 2 hours, and some of it is still there. Yeah, as you can see on the right side. So this way is B15, so it's a country road called B15, and it actually stretches throughout Bayern. And right now we are entering the Erding district basically, and I think the next town is I have to check. Maybe we have something on the sign about the name of the next town, but not really, it's saying the direction. You can also turn right here to go to Erding, but let's go straight. So as you can see, this road goes through many hills and forests, so it's a little bit bendy and it's a little bit difficult to overtake on this road. Sometimes there are trucks and you just have to stay behind the trucks because it's very hard to overtake because of the bends, but it's quite fun to drive here. Yeah, I just remembered the next town name. It's called Taufkirchen. It's a very, very small town. So we will enter Taufkirchen and then turn right from Taufkirchen. Then we are on the way to Erding. The time right now is 3:22 p.m. That means we have sunlight for one more hour. And today is the second day of 2026. 2nd January, or January 2nd, I should say. I'm driving a little bit slower because the road surface is slippery because of the snow, slush and everything. Actually, here it didn't snow that much compared to Landshut. Let me check how far I am from Landshut. So I'm like 20 kilometers south of Landshut. Okay, we are entering Taufkirchen. Like I was saying, it's a very small town. You should turn right here. It's small, but it's quite beautiful actually. So we obviously are not allowed to drive in the city center, the old town. That part is quite beautiful, and also there is a castle or something along that line with a beautiful lake. Castle, or I don't know, something very old. Yeah, I think it's a castle. Yeah, there is a castle. And there are many nice houses here. So a lot of people live here and commute to Munich and nearby areas. And Munich from here is about 50 kilometers. 45 or 50 depending on which route you take. Alright, we are on the open road again. That was Taufkirchen. Now this goes straight to Erding, and it's 17 kilometers from here. Obviously it did not snow here that much, just a little bit. So these are the villages in Bayern. A lot of people live in these areas. Actually, it's quite nice to live in these areas. And the nature and quality of life is something different, which is very good here in Bayern. Also in the countrysides it's quite good. As you can see, there is even public transport in these countryside villages, like the bus in front. Usually you would get 2 buses per hour in the countryside, and that brings you to the nearest hub, or let's say something like a town or something, where you also get trains which would bring you to bigger cities like Munich, or other transport links where you can take an S-Bahn. So S-Bahn is the suburban metro, let's say. And towns like Erding have S-Bahn connections, so those S-Bahn trains are available every 20 minutes from places like Erding. So you can just go to Munich from Erding in about half an hour, or even less, I guess, 20 minutes or something. So if you live in the villages, you can even rely on the public transport. It's a little bit slow, but you can do it. So yeah, connectivity is good. And obviously a lot of people in the countryside use cars. Not that much electric cars in the countrysides, unfortunately, but it's improving. We are entering a village called Grünbach. It's in the Erding district, obviously. And the Erding city is 9 kilometers from here. Whoa, it did not snow here that much. It seems it's sunny here. Yeah, the elevation of Landshut is a little bit more than these areas, so there it snows more. I navigated to a charger. It's one of the ENBW chargers, and it is located in a parking lot of a supermarket. Yeah. So hopefully there is place. Today is the first day when people are coming back from their holidays. And it might be a little bit crowded. So let's see. If I cannot find a space there, I'll find another charger. There are not many chargers, ENBW chargers in Erding. I just subscribed to the ENBW cheaper tariff, one of the cheaper tariffs. So now they have this offer where you pay 12 euros per month and you get 39 cents per kilowatt hour. So it's a good deal if you charge a lot. And therefore I will look for ENBW chargers from now on. Of course, Tesla chargers are also good, but Tesla superchargers are mostly along the highways. So in Munich there are probably 5 or 6 Tesla supercharger sites, but I don't really live in Munich anymore, so it's more convenient to charge at ENBW chargers because they are located in supermarket parking lots and throughout towns and cities and villages. So Erding is actually quite famous for a few things. First, obviously the beer. So there is a famous beer from Erding called Erding that is still produced in Erding. And then there is also one of the largest wellness resorts like spa and things like that in Erding. Probably one of the largest in Europe. So a lot of people come to Erding, and it's also not too far from the airport, Munich airport. and also not too far from Munich itself, and it has good connectivity with Munich, with the S-Bahn like I mentioned, and you can also drive to Munich from here quite fast, like half an hour or even less. So it's a good spot. A lot of people live here. Okay, I arrived, but I can already see that it's a little bit crowded. Let's see. Maybe there is one spot left, but might be a bit tricky because the charging cable might not be long enough because I'm facing the wrong way. Anyway, we will find out. Alright, it worked out. I could plug in. The charging cable is quite long. It's starting to charge. But anyway, so this was the drive from B15, somewhere on the B15 to Erding. So yeah, charging has started. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.